I want to go over the drawing basic tools that you guys are going to need. So first off, you're going to need a T-square. You can get them in various different sizes. This is a 24-inch. I also have a little guy here. It's just a 12-inch. And then I also have a 36-inch and a 4-foot. I don't have them here with me, but they're here in the learning commons if we need to use them. Next, you're going to want to have a set of set squares. So you have your 30-60, so you have 60 degrees here and 30 degrees here. And these are a 10-inch model, so it's 10 inches along this axis. And then you have your 45, so both of these are 45, and then you have 10 inches here and 10 inches here. So if I bring that 30 back, you can see they're the same length. Those are useful. If you find they're not quite big enough for you, there are other options. I have these ones here that I use sometimes. They're a little different from each other. This is a 45-45 again, but it's a 14-inch. And then this one here is, let me flip it over, it's a 16-inch. So again, 60-30, the degree of angle hasn't changed. If I bring back the little one, you can see the angle stays the same, but the overall size of the square is quite a bit bigger. It's useful for doing longer lines, as you'll see as I do some demonstrations for you guys. The other thing that's going to be necessary is pencils, obviously. So you have a variety of options in wooden pencils like this. The module is going to tell you a few different sizes. I have a 9H here, a 6H, a 4H, and an H for hardness. And then the other option I'll show you guys is this. It's a mechanical pencil. So it works the same way as those ones, except that the lead comes in a long piece like that. And this is an 8H on this one. And then you have to buy a little tiny sharpener just to sharpen the lead. Or you can also use a piece of sandpaper, like so. Just take sandpaper and roll your pencil tip on it. You'll end up with a sharpened point. I prefer the mechanicals, but that's just me. You can buy replacement leads like this. They come in different sizes. This is a multi-pack, so this is a good option. You get a few different ones in one pack. They also can come like this if you go down to the Alberta Drafting Supply. You'll see these little tubes like this. And then these are specific hardness. So this is an HB, and this one is a 4H. Another thing that you're going to need for drawing is this. This is a compass. And this one here, if you notice, it has a single flat side to it. That's so we can draw a crisp, clean line on the outside edge of the lead. And this one here is another example of where the sandpaper comes into play. So you just want to take your sandpaper and you just want to rub it back and forth like that to sharpen this one. And it can come with little replacement leads like this. The set I had there came with a little bottle with some replacement leads, and it also has a second metal foot if I wanted to convert it to just a regular compass for dividing or measuring points. As you can see there, is just brushing away some lead. This is another tool that you can get for that, a horsehair brush, and they keep you can brush away eraser, leavings, and lead with that, and keeps your hands from getting smudged. Speaking of erasing, you're going to want to have one of these. This is an eraser shield. So what the benefit of this is if I have a line through here, and then I had a line through here, and a line through here, and I want to erase right close to this corner, you can throw your shield up over it, and line it up so you come right to that other line, but not over top of it, and then just erase in between that. And then you can see I've erased the middle line, but I haven't touched the side line, so this just shields your other parts of your drawing. And then I'll show you that horsehair, so then you can just take your pieces and brush them off like that. One other thing is a compass. This will be handy for measuring different degrees of angle. So you can line it up with your bottom of your line here, and then if you have a line that intersects, then you can measure from this center point, and where it goes through these notches out here will tell you what degree of angle it is. So like 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50 degrees of angle, so on. That model, and then there's also this one too, which will give you a wider range of angles, so you can measure bigger angles. One other tool that's going to be necessary to have is a scale ruler. So this is a metric one. It will be quite useful for us in our drawings in first year. You have a 1-to-1 scale, a 1-to-10 scale on this opposite side. You have a 1-to-2 and a 1-to-20, and there's a 1-to-5 and a 1-to-50. And the benefit to that is, like one of our drawings we do is in 1-to-5 scale. So if I had something that was 100 mils long on the drawing that I need to mark, I can literally just mark at 100 mils on my ruler, and that will be 100 mils at 1-to-5 scale. And if you're just trying to measure out distances and stuff, the 1-to-1 scale is useful because that's actually like 100 mils right there. Each one of those ticks is 1 mil. Another tool that might be useful in some applications is you can get these little general purpose templates, and they'll allow you to draw various different objects. I think I had picked this one up mostly for the circles, and these will draw at the actual diameter. So like this one here is 20 mil diameter circle, that's a 20 mil circle. So you can use this to draw your radiuses on your drawing, or you can use the compass as well. Both of them would work fine. One last thing that I didn't cover yet is an eraser. So this one here is the one I prefer to use. This is called a gum eraser. There will be this brown, and what's I find nice about them is they're a lot softer material, and they do a much nicer job of erasing. You don't get any smudgings on your drawing. You can also get the white ones like the Mars erasers, and they will work as well. But if you want the very nicest one, this gum eraser is the way to go.